Rating systems in Lightroom are used in an initial edit of your photographs to quickly differentiate one image from another. They're not to be confused with keywording, which often comes later and applies useful descriptors to your image to help you find a particular image later. In this video, I'll show you your various rating options and give you an example of a workflow using one of them. So you have three basic ways to rate an image in Lightroom. You can use flags, you can use stars, or colors. Now, flags is really simple. Either you have a flag that represents a pick or a flag that's a reject. You have a little bit more flexibility with the stars. For example, you can give an image a 1-star rating and have it mean less than, say, a 2-star rating, all the way up to the top rating of 5 stars. Now, as far as color labels go, this is where you can assign a particular meaning to a color. So let me show you how you will remember that particular meaning you've assigned to a color. Under Metadata, Color Label Set, you can edit here, and I'm going to show you an example where Review Status has red associated with to delete, yellow is associated with color correction needed, green means good to use, blue retouching needed, and purple to print. Now you can type in your own words here to describe what you want to associate with a particular color, and then you can save that as a preset. I'll just leave it with the Lightroom default right now. Okay, so you see that these various rating systems show up down here in my toolbar. That will not happen unless you've selected over here flagging, rating, and color label. The other thing you may notice is that I can actually pick one of these rating systems directly from a thumbnail. So for example, if I want to give this a 5-star, I click down here and I've given this image now a 5-star rating. Now it's a 4-star, 3-star, and so on. I can also use a keyboard command. So I'll hit the 5 key and it'll automatically give it 5 stars. I can give it a flag up here by selecting the flag. I can select it or deselect it. And then I can give it a color label down here and selecting one of the colors that shows up. Now, once again, you may be wondering why this doesn't show up on your version of Lightroom. Could be that under View Options, you haven't selected under Grid View, Expanded Cells, Cell Icons, the flags has to be checked, and at the bottom here, Show Rating Footer. Okay, so there's yet another way to apply these ratings to an image besides working directly from the thumbnail or working from the toolbar down here. You can also go under Photo and set a rating this way. Set a flag, set a rating, set a color label. I'll get into Auto Advance shortly because that's actually a cool feature. So now, how do we go about editing, or how do I go about applying this rating system to these images? I used to, and I still do this now and then, but I used to always use the star method. The pictures I liked, I'd give a 5-star, and the pictures I didn't like, I wouldn't give any stars. But then I started realizing that I wasn't really fully utilizing the flexibility of multiple stars. And that's where flags come in. Because a flag is basically you like a picture or you don't. And there's some really useful keyboard commands associated with flags that makes everything go really fast when you're using that system. So I'm going to go ahead and make a really quick edit of these images here using the flag system. And I'll show you a couple tricks here as well. So I'm going to hit the space bar because I can't see the images very well when they're thumbnails. I need to be in the loop view. If I find an image I like, I'm going to hit the P key because P stands for pick. So here's an image. I can examine it by hitting the space bar, looking at it for sharpness. And if I like it, I'm going to give it a P for picked. And you can see down here in the film strip, I've now given it a flag. Okay, so I can get to the next image by using my right arrow key right there like I just did, or I can use another method, and I hinted to this earlier. Under Photo, if I've set Auto Advance, watch what happens now. Okay, this is a picture I would call a reject, so I would give this an X. Now notice what happened. It not only gave it an X up here in the upper left-hand corner, it auto-advanced to the next image. So I can go through really quickly now. Watch this. I'll give this an X. I'll just keep going through. I'm rejecting a lot of these. And that's how my editing goes. It has to be quick. I have literally hundreds of images to go through. I'm going to give that a picked. And now it moves on to the next image. X for reject. I think I'll give that a picked. Another picked. Now this is a very fast edit, and I may refine it later. But you can see how I can move through these images, at least right now, pretty quickly. I'll give that a picked. All right, well, I'm not going to go through this entire edit right now. But once I've done this, once I've flagged these images, either as a picked or a reject, the next step is to filter out the images that I don't want, the ones that I just want, the ones that I've chosen. And I'm going to do that over here using one of the library filters. Under filters, I'm going to choose flagged. And now I'm going to go to the grid view by hitting the G key. Only the images that were flagged will show up. And at this point, because I want to kind of finalize this selection, I'm going to make a collection based on my work. Now, how do I do that? Command or Control A will select all the images. And under collections, I select the plus sign, create collection. I give this a name, man and dog. And let's just go ahead and include the selected photos so I'm all done. Create. Okay, so now I have a collection. I don't have to worry about my rating anymore, because ratings actually, it's very simple to accidentally get rid of ratings. Now I have a collection that I know has all the images that I have selected. I don't worry about the ratings anymore. As you've seen, it's very easy to use one of the three methods to rate your images in Lightroom. Now that you know how, you can choose the method that works best for you.